Remember back in 1999? That was when we got to enjoy one of the most iconic adventure films of the decade, The Mummy. Wild action, a stunning story, and brilliant special effects at once made the movie a fan favorite. One of the reasons that made the movie The Mummy special was due to its incredible acting. So, where are the film's stars today? Let us start off with Brendan Fraser as the lovable hero Rick O'Connell. At that time, Fraser was the actual stereotype of an American action hero. He brought to The Mummy this tough guy's handsomeness, intelligence, and sheer performer appeal that made it look like he was single-handedly shouldering the film. Whether portrayed as a devil-may-care gentleman or an intelligent average man, his portrayal of Rick resonated with people of all ages in the free world. However, after the success of the first film, The Mummy, and the second film, The Mummy Returns, Fraser's career saw its highs and lows. He was funny in George of the Jungle and Journey to the Center of the Earth, but later in his career faced some issues and struggles that forced him into early retirement. Starting the new decade in 2020, the comeback of Fraser has proved spectacular. Frankly, his majestic performance in The Whale got him the Academy Award for Best Actor, which opened a great way in the industry. At 56, Fraser is equally respected and beloved for his persistent work and non-cynical character. Just like Fraser, Rachel Weisz went on to star on the big screen after The Mummy. Weisz was the talented lady that breathed life into movie character, Evelyn Carnahan. Among these positive roles, Evelyn, the librarian, was the most appealing one as she was intelligent, courageous, and charming. Weisz's portrayal of Evelyn made her one of the most liked female characters of that generation. The sequel was The Mummy Returns, and after that, a full-time star appeared in The Constant Gardener, where she was an Oscar nominee for Best Supporting Actress. Weisz then appeared in The Favorite, for which she received another Oscar nomination. Weisz remains one of the industry's leading ladies in 2025. Motherhood has become second nature to her. She's married to fellow actor Daniel Craig, and they are one of Hollywood's trendiest couples. Weisz is currently 54 years old, and she still has her magnetic beauty and extraordinary acting skills that made her a star in the first place. Oh, but Jonathan Carnahan, played by John Hannah, was Evelyn's witty and yet clumsy brother. Some of the comical scenes dealing with Jonathan made it possible for me to wade through the extreme scenes in the film. While Hannah acted as the lovable rogue, she added a charm and the desired humorous qualities that made him popular among the folks. Following The Mummy, Hannah's career quickly changed. She went from romantic comedies such as Sliding Doors to the television show Spartacus. Hannah is now 62 years old and still working. He's involved in many roles that illustrate his versatility. He boasts of his experience as well as his professional theater credentials wherever he is, be it in live theater, movies, or TV. While he might not be the young and handsome muscle-rippling man we knew from the early 90s, his personality has remained a charm, the combination of humor and compassionate heart. Talking of warm personalities, Arnold Vosloo is yet another charming lad. As an experienced actor who stood in front of the camera as the whirring Imhotep after a powerful and fascinating performance, Vosloo played the risen from the grave Egyptian pharaoh. Vosloo could not have captured that sinister quality while still exuding a certain vulnerability. Namely, after the brilliant Mummy and Mummy Returns motion picture success, Vosloo stayed in Hollywood and was achieving his appointments in well-known TV projects as 24 and NCIS. Vosloo at this time is in his early 60s, and he is retired mostly from the public domain by 2025. He turns up in smaller shows every once in a while now, but most of his efforts are put into his passions and charity. Most people have reported having met him, and though he represented a horror figure, especially the scary Imhotep on screen, he is very friendly and approachable. Just like Vosloo and his diverse passions, Patricia Velasquez branched into more than Hollywood. Velasquez, who portrayed the role of Ankh Sunamun, definitely respectably enhanced her character's allure. As a forbidden lover, Velasquez really made the hearts of the audience swell with Imhotep's passion and love for her beauty. Velasquez served her time in The Mummy, then proceeded to take on more than acting in her endeavors. She became a model, writer, and activist who advocated indigenous and queer people's rights. Her memoir, Straight Walk. Just out, the memoir of a glamorous fashion model who named her book A Supermodel's Journey to Finding Her Truth, was acclaimed for being so raw and vulnerable. The social change activist named Velasquez is still in the picture in 2025. Today, she's 53 years old, and nobody can get tired of her beauty, work, intelligence, and kindness. From Hollywood to humanitarian work, her versatility and ability to contribute well-documented humanitarian efforts are demonstrated. Yet another stunner in The Mummy was Kevin J. O'Connor. One of the most memorable scenes of the film was played by O'Connor, who took the role of the absolutely selfish and, what is more, rude Benny Gabor. A source of fun and main mischief was cute, funny, and sneaky Benjamin, although he was one of the Indian boys. It chuckles on a grand level because O'Connor got it just right, and it's still possible to quote this character more than 20 years after the show first aired. O'Connor continued his career with films of a more dramatic vein, though he still made some comedies and regularly worked for Paul Thomas Anderson. Really, there was no better showcase for him than movies like There Will Be Blood or The Master, because these roles exposed his ability to explore complicated personalities. In 2025, O'Connor is still involved with the film and television industry, being 61 years old. He may not be the center of attention most of the time, but he continues to amaze with his outstanding performances. While O'Connor had one of the most memorable scenes, Oded Fehr was the heart of the film. Substituting Ardeth Bey, the noble protector of the Medjay, Oded Fehr was a huge favorite among the fans. I believe The Mummy owes something to his powerful appearance and deep voice that gave Ardeth something interesting and wise. After The Mummy, Fehr showed up in a bunch of popular franchises like the Resident Evil series, and also made appearances in TV shows such as Covert Affairs and Star Trek: Discovery. As for Fehr, 2025's version of the actor looks as successful and muscular as before. Now he's 54 years old. He's a handsome man, and his personality is equally engaging today, and he still does not forget how to entertain his audience. Other than acting, he is very much into charitable activities, more so in supporting organizations that are dear to him. From Fehr's outstanding performance, we move on to Eric Avari, who played the character Dr. Terrence Bey. Avari really gave the class and a talented flavor to the film. Avari, the museum curator in Cairo, who was really a secret Medjay, added something very special to the picture, even in a cast that was loaded with talent. Until recently, Avari performed quite professionally and appeared in a number of popular movies and television series, including Stargate and The West Wing. He has established himself as one of the most dependable and all-round character actors in the business. By 2025, Avari is in his early 70s, acting till this very day. He invests all of the passion and experience he has into each and every film, be it a Hollywood film or an indie film. He is very serious with his work and has this unique ability to fit into any character. Because of that, he earned a whole lot of love and appreciation from fans and other actors. And I think that speaks volumes about him and his character as an actor and a man in Hollywood. He is a true gentleman. Who is your favorite actor from The Mummy? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing content.